Yeah, we're good. Exila here. And this is the Keep Play Ultra Kaiju Cyber Gomora model kit. Now, some of you guys may or may not have heard of this company or of this model kit, and that's mainly because this specific model kit and the series itself are only exclusive in China. The company Keep Play has made other model kits in the past. However, out of all of them, this is the one that really caught my eye, personally. Now, before we go into building this model kit, let's take a quick look at the packaging. On the front of the packaging, we have a very well-drawn illustration of the cyber monster himself. As you can see right here, I'm assuming it says Cyber Gomora in Chinese with the English text in the background. What's really nice too is that when you move around the box around, it has like this weird effect on the text. You guys can probably see it on screen, but yeah, it's there. On the side, we have more illustrations of the model kit itself, and according to this, it is around 25 centimeters long and 16 centimeters height. So we're probably looking at a 6.5-inch model kit. So yeah, it'll size well with your other Godzilla figures and or Ultra Monster figures. On the back of the packaging is the same exact thing on the front of the packaging. On the other side, it also showcases the other pieces that are included in this set, while also demonstrating the capabilities of the model kit itself. Another well-drawn illustration and an x-ray look into the body of Cyber Gomora model kit. And on the other side, we have the suit of Cyber Gomora, as well as the illustration of the model kit. Overall, very eye-catching model kit box. There's also something I should add as well. Whenever you purchase something from AliExpress, which is where I purchased this model kit, don't be alarmed when you see the packaging slightly damaged. It's kind of the norm at this point when you order something from AliExpress. The packaging is going to be pretty bad. So when I saw this, I was kind of worried, but then again, optimistic. And nothing on the bottom of the box. So now that we looked at the box here, let's open it up and see what we got. Now, once you have opened the box, you will be met with the parts needed to build Cyber Gomora. And in this model kit, it comes with 4 bags of parts, as well as an instruction guide that'll help you through the process of building Cyber Gomora, as well as including some additional information about the monster himself. And no, you don't need to know Chinese to read the instructions. For the most part, the steps are pretty easy to understand. Speaking of stands, it also comes with this neat little backdrop stand. Probably won't be using it, but it's still a neat little accessory. Alright, let's start building. For this, we're going to start off with the head and the upper and lower torso of Cyber Gomora. Now, during the process of building the head, it was probably the most difficult I've ever had with this model kit specifically. Now, I've built a couple model kits before, but for some reason, the head for the Cyber Gomora was a pain. It was so difficult. I had to try to constantly keep the face up from falling off, and eventually the jaw just kind of fell off as well. But through a couple of trial and errors, I was able to fully complete the head of Cyber Gomora. And honestly, like, it came out looking really decently for the most part, and I was very surprised. Continuing on, after this, it's smooth sailing from here. Building the upper and lower torso of Cyber Gomora was pretty easy, and you can really tell from the finished result. And just like that, we have finished the upper and lower parts of Cyber Gomora. It's looking good, but we still got a long way to go. Time to start on the arms and the legs. Now, as I mentioned previously, up until this point, it's been smooth sailing. However, I will say I sort of lied a bit when it came to the arms. However, I will say it was not the instructions' fault, but rather my fault. Thankfully, I was able to fix the problem and was able to continue on building the arms and the legs of Cyber Gomora. Once I finished the first arm of Cyber Gomora, I went on to do the second arm off camera. And here's the final result. Moving on to the legs, similar to the arms, it was the same sort of build. The only difference is that the legs had to be built a bit longer than the arms because, the legs are legs. Honestly, I will say the process of this was pretty easy. Honestly, it was much more easier than the arms. I didn't really have too much complications with the legs more than the arms, so it was once again smooth sailing. And just like the arms, I did the second leg off camera because I feel it'll save a lot more time. And here is the finished result. Both legs turned out pretty good. We're almost there. Time to build the final part of Cyber Gomora, its tail. The process of building its tail was probably the most easiest of all of the parts I had to build on Cyber Gomora. Nothing too complicated. The parts to connect the tails were all the same, so it was pretty easy to do. Just had to follow the instructions on the positions on the parts where they should be. And other than that, the tail was really easy, and it was honestly a relief because, quite frankly, putting the Cyber Gomora parts together um, really was a pain, not only because of how difficult it was in the beginning, but also because the plastic was very hard, and at that point, my fingers were already pretty, bruised up. But anyway, here is the final result of the Cyber Gomora tail, and yeah, it looks pretty good. At this point, I was pretty happy that I managed to build all the parts for Cyber Gomora.
タイマーゴモラロードします。
All right, so at this point, I will give you guys my final thoughts on this model kit of this Cyber Gomora. I have to say, for what it is probably the best articulated Cyber Gomora you'll ever get. That is until SH Figure Arts ends up making a Cyber Gomora, but until that day comes, this is the only option you got. Articulation is really good. And like it's actually it won't it won't fall off, the parts or anything like that. I've only had one occasion where a piece fell off, which is this piece. But other than that, it's perfect. It's actually really really good. This like there's no words to describe it. I mean, you look at this and this is Cyber Gomora, and it's like it's just really good. Like there are some parts in the articulation where it is pretty stiff, but you can like sort of get usual stuff here and everything else. It's just a really really great model kit for the most part. It's just really good. Now, when it comes to parts like this, obviously when you're trying to open the mouth, you kind of have to be careful when opening the mouth sometimes. That's why I'm kind of thinking of super gluing certain parts to this figure just so it won't like rip off. Like for example, like the face right here, I might let me just like right here, it just kind of there are times where it's like it wants to pop off because I'm constantly pulling down on the jaw here. Other than that, like everything on this is just really good. It did come with this also, which is something from, because this company PLEY, like they do a bunch of these model kit ultras and Ultra monsters and such. And this is for the Ultraman X model kit set. And I don't plan on getting it, I'll be honest, but it's just still pretty cool to have nonetheless. So here's also a closer look at the backdrop here. And this also is, I'll be honest, it's unnecessary, but I love it. It's like it's like one of those accessories that you don't really need, but then it's like it turns out like, hey, this is actually a pretty good accessory for this thing. And yeah, for those who are unaware, this is essentially how Cyber Gomora appears, like like just a bunch of cybernetic like lightning emerges out, and it's actually really cool. And of course, as the box stated, the size of the model kit itself, like if we just kind of put this on the side right here, we'll put that right there. Um, here's a standard 6.5-inch Godzilla Final Wars from Bandai Creations. Um, and yeah, I mean you could see like that looks incredible. Like that actually looks really good. Like if you were to like stare at them like eye to eye and all that, it looks pretty good. It looks really good. But I'm aware that some of you guys don't have that figure, so here's the SH Monstars version of Godzilla here, Final Wars, and again, I mean look at that, like that still looks really good, still looks good. I have a couple other size comparisons. Obviously, we have to size compare it with Gomora here, the SH Figure Arts Gomora, and obviously you could see it dwarfs it. I mean, I wouldn't say it dwarfs it, but it does like sort of tower over it. So I mean, there's that. I mean, that is unless we like kind of crouch the Cyber Gomora a bit to like sort of have it at its level. But other than that, I mean, it's still pretty good sizing for the most part. Honestly, I do very much like that. And just because why not? Ultraman Blazar. Yeah, honestly, this also looks really good. I really do dig this. I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks nice. But in any case, hope you guys enjoyed this little speed build of this Cyber Gomora model kit from PLEY. Yeah, honestly, recommend it a lot. It's a really good model kit, and yeah, you could totally use it for like stop motion and all that, and nothing really much else to add, honestly. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video once again. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. See you guys in the next one, and sign off.